Fisherman and his wife. In a small wooden house by the sea, the fisherman squatted on the threshold and sharpened his hook. The salty sea breeze rolled up the waves and hit the rocks. His wife was wiping the table with sackcloth, and the wrinkles showed the traces of years of hard work. That evening, the fisherman's fishing net was heavy. When he pulled it open, he saw a small fish with golden light struggling in the mesh, and its fins splashed out tiny water. The goldfish suddenly said, "Please, let me go. Grandpa, I will repay you." The fisherman was startled and hurriedly untied the fishing net and said, "Go, little goldfish, I don't need to repay." When the wife heard the fisherman talk about this, she said angrily, "You fool, at least you want a new wooden plate." That night, the broken wooden plate really turned into a shiny copper plate. The wife knocked on the edge of the basin with her fingertips, and her eyes fell on the leaky thatched roof. "Go tell him that I want to build a brick house." The next day, they stood under the eaves of the blue brick and red tile roof. The wife suddenly threw her rouge box and said, "I want to be a lady, with a maid to comb my hair." When the fisherman came to the beach for the third time, his wife was already wearing a velvet dress, a pearl necklace, and a maid by her side. But she was still stamping her feet on the marble steps and said angrily, "Hurry up and let him turn me into a queen. I want to rule this sea." At this moment, the waves suddenly became as high as a wall. For the first time, there was anger in the eyes of the goldfish. When will human greed end? In the howling wind, the fisherman stumbled back to the beach. The magnificent palace disappeared, and the leaky cabin was still in front of him. The wife was bending down to pick up the broken wooden plate from the ground. Outside the window, the waves were gently licking the beach, as if nothing had happened. The story of the fisherman and his wife tells us that we should know how to be content, and excessive greed will eventually lead to nothing.